we're at Sea Otter. You want to talk about Sea Otter? You want to tell us something about?
Yep, we're at Sea Otter in Monterey, California. It's like a big state fair. It's a party. People pretend it's a bike race. It's about partying. So, who's got tires? I'm going to see my friends, and I got flatted. Now let's go get a beer, but we pretend we're racing. So, just a big time for 4 days. That's what it is.
And we've got the full park tool.
We have the full mobile workshop, the MW1. So what we do is we show off the pretty tools, but we also help people repair their bikes. What we do, people come and use our repair stands. They turn it counterclockwise. We tell them turn it clockwise and take it apart, put it together, and go ride their bike and break it and come back again.
Which is a great thing. I always look forward to being here.
Yes.
So much fun. And the little do your own DIY stations that you guys put around.
Right. We also we put down 5 different repair stands with some tools on them, and then people will hang their bike up and then just try and repair their bike. But we never know if they really end up here afterwards after messing it up.
Yeah. Okay, so before I came here yesterday, on our social media, Facebook and Instagram, we just told our followers that we're going to be meeting, and here's a chance to get some questions answered by Calvin. And we have 3 questions.
Okay.
That's who was up late enough, I think, to give us these questions. So I'll start with the first one. This one is from Abhishek Madan. I'll come close so they can hear me. So this one is from Abhishek Madan, and he says, so I think I've blown something in the base of my PFP8 floor pump. He's pumping his tubeless inflator, you know, those little things they... Yeah, to 140 psi, and I think the pump couldn't take the reverse pressure. Now there seems to be a large leak at the base of the pump where the hose connects to the pump, and when you press the plunger, all the air gets pushed out of there into the pump. Can this pump be salvaged?
That's a good question. I would start with some soapy water and find the bubbles if there's a leak. So you're going to take some more diagnostic work, but getting inside of that thing into the valving, if it's the bottom valving, it's really not going to be salvageable. But first do some diagnostics, just like a bike, find the real cause of the problem, then you'll know more.
So if you suggest putting it into like some soapy water or
just squirt it with some soapy water and see where the bubbles are.
Okay.
And trace it back. Yeah.
Okay.
So if it's a seal on the plunger, maybe salvageable, but if it's something down in the valving, it may not. If it's a check valve, might not be salvageable.
Okay. So that's the answer for Abhishek. We have a question from Akshay Bharti.
Mm-hmm.
So he says he has a TRP Spire C mechanical brake, and it doesn't return smoothly when it's used, and if he presses the brake all the way, it jams with a click.
Right, so something's probably really loose along the way. This is a cable brake.
Yes.
Yeah, so step 1, I would disconnect it at the brake caliper and just pull it with your fingers and work the lever back and forth. If there's something bad in the cable or housing that's causing it to crimp, you'll feel it as you pull it back and forth.
Okay.
Then just articulate the brake with your hands when it's off. See if it feels smooth. If it feels smooth both ways, it should work good. But I think you're going to find a problem in one or the other. It's going to be the lever.
So you do the same both ways. So you take the lever out of the equation and pull the cable.
That's
and see
right.
How the brakes
take the lever out of the equation, and then you take the brake out of the equation. So 1 + 1 always equaling 2.
Okay, that's a good tip. All right, thanks. So the last one is Vishal Vijay Gandhi, and he wants to get suggestions for DIY fork cleaning.
For a suspension fork.
A suspension fork, and what tools are applicable for this. And I can give you some more insight because he rides the same bike that I do. He rides a Surly Instigator, which is a Fox floor air suspension.
Right.
Fork.
A lot of the insides are a lot of proprietary tools, but the big part of it is simply wiping things out and pulling the lowers off. So the bottom is simply hex tools and socket tools to pull the lowers off. Remove it, then you can clean the wipers, wipe, put it back together so you can do an oil drain, check out the YouTubes and how the 5 weights or the 2.5 weights, whatever you want inside, putting it back together. So just simply a cleaning is like a reboot of a computer, basically.
And that's something that we can do.
There's something you can do at home. You're not pulling things apart. The next level above that is pulling the wipers out. And that can get a little trickier. You can use really wide tire levers. You don't want to damage the sliders. It's not going to hurt. You're not touching the stanchions at all. Getting them out sometimes isn't the problem, but you want to when you put new ones in, it's a press fit, and they've got to be pushed in tight. And that's where it does get trickier. DIY, you can get large sockets that can fit just the outside diameter to drive it down, drive the seal down straight. But that's the next level up in your DIY.
That you really
so
want,
I would be patient. That's the one where you want to work on your friend's bikes and do his first, and then you can do yours.
Yeah, or take the help of a
right.
qualified.
That's right.
Mechanic.
Right.
Okay. Which is great.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait to talk to Alex, our video guy here.
Oh,
Alex Hawks here is.
I have no idea.
You want to give us some tips on videography from the GoPro?
No, it's all instinct.
All
You have it or you don't.
We all make it up as we go along.
I was just wondering if you know the torque spec for the putting the rear shock back in.
Okay, I would go 8 to 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you torque wrench it, or you just?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add a few questions from what I just spotted around here.
Yep.
Because I don't believe we have this. Can you tell us about this?
This is the brand new 4th edition. The ink is actually, it's still wet.
I can smell it, yes.
Brand new, literally brand new, fresh stuff. So it's quite a bit more material than the previous edition. There's things like wheel lacing. There's electronic shifting is in here. There's more on brake bleeding. We talk about the Axis chain, which is the new flat top chain from SRAM, which is a funny trick on that. It's a little larger roller. So SRAM's got a unique cassette you can't use with anybody else's, and their chain ring and their chain.
Okay.
So a nice little trick on their part. And then, like I said, building a wheel also and how to lace it.
Okay.
The new bottom brackets. You can't have too many new standards. So they're described in here. So
updated for 2019.
Up 2019 exactly.
Yeah. So. And a lot of our users actually do like this book a lot. So we'll be happy to see that the 4th edition is coming out. Really, I mean, we should have it in a couple of months. These come by ocean.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Here's the first copy right here. You got one.
Thank you. So we'll have this in the office for people that want to check it out, but then you can get your own pretty soon.
Right.
Yeah, and there's the other thing that I spotted over here.
Oh no, please.
Was that Calvin and Truman had in Park Tool.
Right. So we had a guy last year with his family, and we really helped the guy out. So he showed up this year, and he custom made these hats.
Sweet, yeah.
That's
that
right.
So sweet.
So he wants. He says we're going to run for president. So that's our ticket. So yeah, it was really nice. So one for Truman and one for me.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Not available on any store.
Of course, one of a kind. Thank you, Calvin.
All right, thank you.